Landscaping, Oski Dental, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Pigtail Charlie's, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Fremont Funeral Chapel, also Cranston Family Funeral Home, Barn Wired, Son-in-Law Services, Shetler Insurance Services, Gillum Construction and Properties, Helmuth Ford, Skunk River Radio, Fairfield Precast Concrete, Lifetime Dental Solutions, and Boehner Funeral Home. Josh, we got about a minute and a half before we get back to the action.
Yeah, and we'll be in a continuous clock situation as Pekin leads 44-7. The last score there to get us to that situation was set up by a Henry Adam. Henry Adam, who collected his own onside kick at about the 30-yard line, and Pekin having no problems offensively. The lone points scored for Wapello were basically the Panthers looked what had Atkinson dead to rights for a deep sack, but he was able to wiggle his way through, and in the process of that, got a wide receiver down the field wide open for a long touchdown. That's how we got to where we're at just before half. Quick rundown. You see at the bottom of your screen, scroll. Got a lot of updates during halftime there. Mid-Prairie now leads Sigourney Keota 28-0. Eddyville Blacksburg Fremont leads Davis County 27-0. Still no update on Winfield Mount Union and EV. Iowa Valley and Montezuma. Iowa Valley leads that one 34-22. North Mahaska has retaken the lead over Colfax Mingo 33-27. Ottumwa leads Des Moines East 14-0. No update for Cardinal and Van Buren County, as well as HLVTC at Waco. Albia leads Knoxville 14-6, and Mount Pleasant leads Oski 27-6. So, start this thing off. Pekin kicked off to start, so they will receive the ball to start the second half. Again, continuous clock. Just a reminder on those rules. Clock will start after the kickoff, and the only time it will stop is scores, and timeouts, or an injured player. Other than that, it should not stop. Is about an hour and a half for that first half. I would guess this one will be much quicker with that continuous clock. And I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. Clock's at 0, reset. Referees have blown the whistle again. Both teams are standing there ready to go. Just nobody's taking the field.
Josh wanted to jump in here quick. Just a reminder, tomorrow morning we'll have the sports section live at 8 a.m. from Barn Wired in Sigourney. We'll start off the show as usual during football season with Pekin head football coach Clint Weber. He usually has a player or two with him, so you can tune in for a recap of tonight's game tomorrow morning, bright and early at 8 a.m. with that live video. Of course, it stays up on Facebook and YouTube if you want to watch it later, or you can listen in on Skunk River Radio, online radio, for that show at 10 a.m.
So Wapello set to kick it away. Looks like number 20, Jack Boyson, will be doing the kickoff duty here. Low rolling kick, fielded at about the 20 by the Panthers, going right upfield and finding a seam for being tripped up. Number 25, Ryan Hammis, and then a flag comes in late as two players were on the ground. A little bit of a scuffle. Probably going to go against Pekin. No, they're going to say, no, it is holding on Wapello. Not very often the kicking team gets called for Wapello, but again, the two players are on the ground. A little bit of a scuffle. So that'll give Pekin even better field position, as this drive will now start in plus territory. They're going to stop marching at the 45-yard line of Wapello. Clock is stopped. It should be running. Smith sends Henry Adam in motion. And now a flag is thrown. Delay a game on the Panthers. Now to march them back 5, back to the 50-yard line, so they will start at midfield. Now the officials realize the clock has not been running.
Clock should be running.
Now they get the signal up and the clock starts moving. Here is Riley Smith. Smith flicks it to Glick. He gets around the 50, up to the 45, dances around and wrapped up out of bounds at the 40. Gets 10 of the 15 yards back. It'll be second down and 5.
Cameron Brewer.
So Glick certainly has a chance of going over 200. He had the 84-yard touchdown run in the first half. Smith calls for the snap. It's a direct snap to Glick. He goes left side. Big hole all the way up to about the 25, 26-yard line. Be a first down for Pekin. 10:45 and counting to go. Panthers marching right back down the field. As Eddyville has extended their lead to 34-0. It's the third game of the season for the Panthers. All 3 games have gotten to this point of the continuous clock. A direct snap to Glick. He's going to go far side this time. He's going to be wrapped up initially in the backfield, but breaks free, spins away, goes opposite field before he's met and wrapped down at about the 19. They mark it. Did put it at the 19. 8 more yards for Nolan Glick. It'll be second and 2 for the Panthers. As a bit of trouble getting the signal in. Panthers break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. 5 to go as they come up to the line. They're going to have to hurry up just a little bit. 2-1, and it's going to be another delay game on Pekin. And actually, Coach Weber calls a timeout before the delay of game, so that'll be their first timeout of the half. And we'll take a quick timeout and hear from one of our sponsors.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. And thanks to Oski Dental for being a big supporter of Pekin football and a huge supporter of Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio. Third quarter, 9:24 to go in the third. Pekin has a big lead, 44-7. Josh, what was the one score you gave us an update on? EBF?
It was EBF 34-0 over Davis County right now.
Wow. That'll boost their confidence a little bit.
Yeah. Clock will continue to roll with the snap. It does stop for timeouts. It stays stopped until the play resumes. Smith has Henry Adam to his left. Smith's going to follow Henry to the left side. He's got a big hole. Gets up to the sideline, makes a man miss on the perimeter before wrapped up and taken out of bounds inside right around the 5-yard line. Going to watch the near side line judge here. I cannot see over there from my position. He's going to stand at about the 5, actually. Now he steps back to the 6. So put it first and goal at the 6 for the Panthers as they're ready to strike again. Smith, Brock, Glick, and Henry Adam have all found pay dirt today. Let's see if stick to one of those individuals. It will not be Elijah Brock. He does not have his helmet anymore on the sideline. He can hurry up to the line. They have 4 seconds remaining on the play clock. Snap to Glick. Going to the right side. run his way through. A flag comes in. Glick goes into the end zone. 2 flags come in as Cal Miller gets up off the ground. It is a holding against Pekin. So that'll back him up 10.
I want to jump in and say when we get down to this end of the field, obviously the angle gets a little bit more extreme. So if you're wondering, with a one camera for the game, you just got to get what you get.
And that camera's angle is the same as our angle, so that's why it's a little difficult for me to see the yard lines down here. Inside the 10, from the 10 to the goal line, it's not real easy to see. After the penalty, it was first and goal from the 16. Panthers have 4 downs to get 16 yards. Smith. Nope, it's a direct snap to Glick. He's going to go right side behind Smith and Henry Adam, and he is wrapped up and brought down at about the 12-yard line. Well, gets 4 back. Second and goal to go from the 12.
By the way, I do have confirmation that we will have some pictures to post on Steve Shuttler Media Facebook tomorrow from the game. So, look for that. Sponsored by Lifetime Dental Solutions.
All righty. 6:53. Riley Smith alone in the backfield. Glick is to his right. Henry Adam to his left. Elias Brock in the slot. They're going to throw a screen out to him. Makes first man miss. Gets to the outside. The great play by the defender there. I thought Elias had gotten by him, but he grabbed a hold of his jersey and drugged him back down, and that brings up third and goal from, actually lost a yard, so it's going to be from the 13. Pass completion for minus 1 yard is not what you're hoping for out of there. It was open. Riley Smith did bobble a snap, and it was a little bit more open had that snap not hit the grass. Would have gave Elias time to react. Here's this rollout by Smith. Throws it end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Number 31, Reed Lauderman. And as he tries to celebrate with the big Cal Miller, he gets knocked to the ground. Got a laugh from the fans. 50-7, 5:55 to go. Clock does stop for point after tries. And Pekin can come up with a defensive stop, probably start seeing some different jersey numbers take the field. Looks like we might on kick coverage anyway. They pretty much have all 11 guys lined up ready to go. Here is a handoff. Henry Adam runs it in for 2 more. 52-7 is the score. 5:37 to go in the third. And take a quick break and hear from one more of our sponsors.
At Nutrien Ag Solutions, we are dedicated to your success. We partner with growers like you to expand your possibilities with unparalleled offerings. Your unique challenges are met with more customized solutions than anyone else can offer. With you, we're feeding the future together.
And a big thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions in Hedrick for being on board for Pekin Panther football coverage here on Steve Shuttler Media Facebook and YouTube and Skunk River Radio Facebook. Again, tomorrow you can tune in for the sports section, 8 a.m. live. That'll be from Barnwired in Sigourney. Coach Clint Weber, probably one of the players, will be on board to start off the show right at 8 a.m. We'll also have English Valley's football on the show tomorrow and Sigourney Keota coach Jared Jensen. We'll go back to Josh Clubb with the call of the game.
All righty, and Cody Silver's back out to kick off. A lot of different jersey numbers out there. Get some chance on special teams. Carson Searin, Brogan Spray, Silver's kick. It's a good-looking kick. Hits it about the 15 and just kicks out of bounds on him. Decent-looking kick, just pushed it to the right, and that'll be a free kick out of bounds penalty on the Panthers. So Wapello will start at their own 35-yard line. Their first drive of the second half, trailing 52-7. So we'll have to see. It's going to be tough to pick the Daisy D Landscape player of the game again.
If you ask me, I have one, Josh.
Who's yours, Steve? Here is Cal Miller running down the quarterback and hits him to the ground, and this time they're going to throw the flag for roughing the passer.
And I know you like to spread the love around with the player of the game, and you don't want to go back-to-back on the same weeks, back-to-back weeks, but I think Nolan Glick's got this one.
Yeah, he's right there. It'd be hard to not talk about Henry Adam, though, especially with his defensive effort as well, covering his own onside kick.
True, yeah. You make a good point.
Do.
But you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah. Yep.
The multi-million-dollar contract that I signed you to.
Yes. Steve just admitted on air that my salary is now multi-million dollars per game.
Multi-million pennies.
After the penalty, first and 10 at the 50. I think they kind of warned Spray and Miller about that before, and I don't know if that was necessarily all that late, but late enough, I think, because they've already been warned that they gave the penalty. Here's a handoff. Vasquez shifty in the backfield and finally finds a hole and drives forward. About 15 Pekin Panthers wrapping him up, and props to Vasquez there. It was that big pile was still kind of going forward, but finally falls backward. Carson Searin was the first one on the scene. As Gatlin Ferrier check into the game now, coming in for Cal Miller. Tend to see this in these games that are a little lopsided in Pekin's favor. Here's the second down. This is what a quarterback sneak, or it was quarterback sneak, or the snap was bobbled. I'm not sure, but unless it goes nowhere. And Brogan Spray's got to be careful. He just got flagged for that late hit, and he came diving into that pile way late there. No need to get sloppy in this situation. Just keep sportsmanship up. 3:15 to go. Head referee is talking to him again about it. 3rd and 5. Ball's at the 45. Atkinson's going to drop back to pass. Dropping deep. It's a screen. They set it up. Throw it to the sideline. Is broken up out there. Nice play by Jackson Medford. Or excuse me, that was Jackson Medford. I thought I saw number 8 jumping up in the air to break up the pass, but I saw number 5, Carson Comstock, come running out of the pile. But Medford was over there. Brings up 4th and 5. Wapello will have to punt. Vasquez. Ball's at the 45. Got 2 returners back deep. And the snap is way over Vasquez's head. He's going to pick it up. Still probably be able to get it off. He does. Nice kick, too. Landon Crow's backpedaling, trying to get out of the way, and it takes a huge Wapello roll. Ends up at about the 5-yard line, and that play went from Pekin's going to have the ball in plus territory to a great punt on the scramble and all the way down to the 5-yard line. Sometimes broken plays work in your favor. Certainly did there for Wapello. Been watching. Not much has changed since our last score updates. A lot of games winding down in the area. Still cannot seem to find English Valleys or HLVTC anywhere as far as an update's concerned. Trying to also watch to see we got different jersey numbers out there. I think Medford. No, it is Glick. That's a direct snap to Glick. He's going to get him out of danger. He gets all the way up to the 15. Makes a man miss around the 20. At the 30 before he's knocked out of bounds. He's right about the 31, 32, and the line judge comes in and says that he stayed in bounds the whole time. So another big run for Nolan Glick. Rapidly approaching that 200-yard mark. He's spotted officially at the 32, 1st and 10, 49 seconds to go in the quarter. So at least one more snap, and then Pekin can let time expire if they so choose. Glick to the right of Smith. Direct snap to Glick. He goes left side. Wrapped up and driven backwards. Loss of 2 on the play for Nolan Glick. We'll see what happens in this drive. I guess this will probably be the end of the third quarter anyway, as there's 10 seconds remaining. Pekin's not even going to send a play in. So that is the end of 3, and our score is 52-7 in favor of Pekin. Let's hear from a couple of our sponsors during this quarter break.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Planning ahead for 2026, smart farmers know that exceptional harvests begin with premium seeds. Quinton Harbison at Gobbler Creek Seeds, your local Pioneer dealer, has the high-performance varieties you need for next spring's planting. These aren't just any seeds, they're backed by proven genetics and designed for maximum yield potential. When you plant with confidence, you harvest with pride. Trust Quinton Harbison at Gobbler Creek Seeds for all your seed needs. Call today at 641-777-8874. That's 641-777-8874. And let's grow success together.
And yes, we do thank Gobbler Creek Seeds for being on board, as well as Cranston Family Funeral Home. Pekin High School football here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio. We're going to the fourth, 52-7 in favor of the Panthers. Josh.
Yeah, 52-7, and I was getting ready to say before that break, we may have ran out of time, but I said depending on, or thinking about however this drive ends, if Glick surpasses 200 yards rushing or if Henry Adams scores a touchdown, they'll be our Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the game. And Glick just fumbles the snap there, and the ball's still on the ground, still a battle for it. Player's driving in, it finally squirts out to the near side. And teams are changing side. I haven't seen the signal from the official. They do say now that it was recovered by Wapello, so turn the Panthers over. And that does not settle our tie. And it does look like the second team defense is on the field. I do not see Glick or Henry Adam.
That doesn't help your cause,
It does not. 1st and 10 for the Indians. Hand off to Vasquez. He goes right side. Trying to juke, but gets wrapped up and brought down. Nice tackle there by number 5, Carson Comstock. So the Panthers are looking like they'll improve to 3-0, 2-0 in district play, which would put them in first place, depending on how Columbus does tonight. But I do think Columbus was scheduled to play Highland, maybe. No, they're playing Danville tonight. As a whistle comes in. It's a delay game on the Indians. now a discussion. The interesting thing about this with the continuous clock, too, is there's a simple delay game. And they wave off the delay of game. There's the snap. Atkinson's going to keep it. Looks back, throws it behind his body. He's got a wide open Wilson who gets popped and drops the ball, and it is recovered by Pekin. Back, so a couple plays, couple fumbles, and changes of possession. Looks like Brogan Spray came out celebrating heavily. It's Ethan Porter that came up with the ball. So, now a timeout, I do believe. Yeah, a timeout taken by Wapello with 9:23 to go. So we'll step aside and hear from one of our sponsors.
Founded in 1952, Fairfield Precast Concrete is a small, locally owned and operated precast concrete business. We're committed to serving Southeast Iowa with high-quality precast products. With 70 years of business experience, Fairfield Precast Concrete has continually researched, developed, and evolved with a long-term goal of creating a cost-effective alternative method for wastewater treatment. For more information, go to fairfieldprecastconcrete.com or call 641-472-3959. Barn Wired at 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney has a huge selection of home decor. Plus, they offer a full coffee bar with breakfast and lunch served as well. Look for the weekly lunch specials posted on the Barn Wired Facebook page. Hours are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., Thursdays from 6:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., Fridays from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Saturdays and Sundays from 8 to 2. That's Barn Wired on the south side of the Sigourney Square, 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney.
And here we are back. Pekin has sent in their second team offense. In jersey number second, here's a handoff up the middle for a short gain, maybe a yard. As the reserves are in. Is Jackson Mefford on the run. Ethan Porter is taking over at quarterback. Wapelo's going to blitz. Handoff going nowhere is Medford. Lost a few on that one. Bring up third down for Pekin, 8:40 to go. EBF now leads 47-8. Iowa Valley Montezuma now Iowa Valley leads 47-38. As this game is 8 minutes and counting from being in the books. Second team offense out on the field. Snap. Rolling right and being chased and then has to go out of bounds. It'll go down as a sack. And it was Ethan Porter that took off running.
What was that Iowa Valley Montezuma score?
Iowa Valley 47, Montezuma 38.
And what was the score before that you updated us on?
Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 47-8. No, I'm second guessing myself because I can check that. We were going to get a punt. Different punter in as well. I think it is Sam Sharp. It is. Lets it go. Nice high kick. It's going to land at about the 50. It takes a big peek and roll all the way down to about the 31-yard line. So Sam Sharp got the end over end to bounce his way. And flips the field position. That's where Wapello will take over with be inside 7 minutes to go when they do. Trailing 52-7. Albia leads Knoxville 22-6. I think that was a different score now. Eddyville is 47-8, and Monty is and Iowa Valley are 47-38. So I was right. Sigourney and Mid-Prairie went final, with Mid-Prairie winning 28-0. Tumwa leads Des Moines East 21-0. Atkinson takes a snap, hands it to Vasquez to the left tackle side, being chased and pursued. Gets all the way around outside the corner. He's going to pick up 8 or so, still pushed in the pile. It's going to be brought down about the 38-yard line. Well, look right down there on the sideline, standing side by side, is Nolan Glick and Henry Adam. So one of those two is our Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the Game. We have an injured Panther out on the field. Did not see that until I saw Coach Weber walking out there. So that'll pause the clock momentarily. And we'll take a quick break, a 30-second break here.
At Lifetime Dental, we know a strong, healthy smile starts early. That's why we love seeing our little patients early in life to create positive experiences and healthy habits that will last a lifetime. With advanced training in pediatric growth and development, as well as orthodontics, we have the knowledge and expertise to help your growing child thrive. We have a simple goal: healthy children, healthy teeth, beautiful smiles to last a lifetime.
Hi, this is Stacy with Shuttler Insurance Services in Sigourney. As your local independent agency, we're here to help with all your insurance needs. Farm and crop, home and auto, business, life, and health. We take the time to listen, explain your options, and match you with the coverage that truly fits your needs. Shuttler Insurance Services, local service, trusted advice. Call 641-636-7744 or stop by our office on the east side of the square in Sigourney.
Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, "Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn." You can listen to me, Steve Shuttler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. All right, we are back here in Pekin. 52-7 is your score. 6:04 left on the running clock, and we'll get back to it here momentarily. Number 54 coming off the field for the Panthers with a limp. Josh, who we got there?
That's Brogan Spray. He's limping, much worse than that, but it looked like they were maybe stretching him for a cramp too. But certainly good to see him walking on his own power. Here's a snap. Atkinson's going to keep it to the near side. Gets to the sideline, goes out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Good enough for a first down for Wapello. During that break, I decided that I'm going to go against your judgment, Steve. And I'm going to pick Henry Adam as the Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the game. My deciding factor was, how often does somebody get to say they recovered their own onside kick 30 yards down the field? So
all right.
That's just, Nolan Glick's a workhorse. Riley Smith had a great game. Cal Miller had a great game. Brogan Spray, who we saw just limp off, had a great night. So did Elijah Brock. Brock would have been right in there. Hasn't really played in the second half. Here's a handoff. Left tackle, gain of about 8. So we'll name Henry Adam our Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the Game for Week 3. And I have a feeling those names I just mentioned, they're going to keep coming up. Cal Miller.
Time and time again.
Nolan Glick, Riley Smith, Henry Adam. Brogan Spray's not injured and keep playing. Elijah Brock, too. Not long-term injuries. Here is a handoff to Vasquez. He goes left side, bounces it outside, and slips to the ground. He was assisted to the ground by number 13, William Daniels.
Tackled by William Daniels.
Brings up 3rd and 1. 4 minutes to go in the game. And as we mentioned earlier on, there will not be a Pekin football game next Friday night because of Highland forfeiting. As of right now, there's not a Pekin game. They won't be playing Highland. That's known. But in the rare chance, there's a first down run for Wapello. Rare chance that they're able to find an opponent, which I think that would be known by now. Certainly would have one, but as of right now, it looks like we don't know what we're going to do Friday night, Steve.
Well, regardless, we can just hang out.
Yeah, we could go. We
go out for a pizza.
Yeah, we could just set up a camera somewhere and talk. Maybe Neil's taking up crochet, and we could do play-by-play of Neil crocheting. Handoff up the middle, pushing the pile. I believe that was Wilson. That'd be a first down for Wapello. Colin Wolford was the running back there for the Indians. 2:50 to go, 52-7. And so far, all three of our players of the week or game have been offensive. And I promise we'll get some defensive guys in there, especially, Panthers surprisingly have not pitched a shutout. They came very close against Davis County and very close here, but yet to get the shutout. There's a loss of 2 on the first down run for Wapello. Inside 2 to go. Pekin's next known opponent is Van Buren County right here for homecoming. Here's the snap. And off to the right, making a bunch of guys miss. Tough run there. Again, that's number 22, Colin Wolford, junior fullback. Tough task to bring down for second team defense of Pekin. Be 3rd and 4. About 1:10 to play on the rolling clock. I would guess if Wapello picks up this first down, they're going to try to slow everything down and get the score. And here's Vasquez. It's just going to do it now as he dances his way through a pile. And they don't call it a touchdown. I don't know why. Oh, there's a flag. I see the flag now. As of now, Vasquez has the touchdown. We'll see what the call is from the red referee. They pick up the flag. So they wave it off, so it is a touchdown for number 14, Edgar Vasquez. Make it 52-13. 55 seconds to go on the game clock. Clock does stop for the score, and the point after try will resume on the kickoff. Vasquez will attempt the extra point. And kick is low. He spun it through. That ball stayed in the upright up and down position all the way through and spun like a punt spiral. But he gets it, knocks it through, and it is 52-14. Just 55 seconds remain. We'll step aside and hear from one more of our sponsors.
If community matters, choose a family that values community. When you choose Beaner Funeral Home, you are choosing more than a business and more than a building. You are choosing a family. When you support those who give back to the community by way of volunteerism, talents, and monetary investments, you are ensuring this legacy of giving continues. We offer the most economical cremation and traditional burial pricing in our area and invite you to experience the Beaner difference of community, compassion, and commitment.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have a variety of family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience. Call 641-622-1170 to reach the clinic or 641-622-3184 to reach Jack's Corner Drug.
All right, we are back here for the what probably is going to be the last kickoff of the game. 52-14, under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Pekin leads Wapello. Wapello about to kick things off. Josh, got 1 minute left here, and you're going with Henry Adam, player of the game, the Daisy Dew Landscaping player of the game.
Correct. Yep. And again, kind of gave that spiel, but it just comes down to Governor's own onside kick. I mean, he had the sacks. He did score. He picked up a couple of two-point conversions. Lead blocker for a lot of the Nolan Glick runs. So certainly deserved. 55 seconds. Panthers offense will have to snap it at least once if they can field this kick cleanly. It is fielded about the 25, dancing, getting outside is Ryan Hammis. And finally wrapped up and brought down at the 35. So 40 seconds to go. Panthers will have to snap it just one time, though. See if they elect to run a play or just kneel it out. I'm guessing with the second team offense in, they'll probably actually now that play clock was not started, I don't think correctly, because somehow 55 seconds burn off in 40. So they're just going to let the time run out. I don't think the officials are going to blow a whistle. They're not. Game is over. 52-14 is our final. We are going to step aside for a quick minute, and when we come back, we'll wrap everything up and send you on your way.
Hey there, it's Josh Clubb from Son-in-Law Services in Sigourney. I'm a local, trusted handyman. I do anything from simple home repairs to room remodels, all the way up to including additions. If you're in any home repair needs, I specialize in flooring, sheetrock, as well as window and door replacements. Just give me a call, we can talk through your needs. Now I gotta get back at it, and you gotta get back to the game.
Hey, a big thanks to Son-in-Law Services. Josh, you know that handsome guy that was just on the screen?
I don't know about a handsome guy, but I know the guy with the dirty sweatshirt. Look at that. Or no, you can't see that part. But no, we got to let's give Jacob Glandon some props for that stuff. He's made a lot of your ads that you see is made by Jacob Glandon out of Sigourney. You know, if you're a business owner and have any advertising you want to do, get a hold of him, or you can reach out to Steve. Steve can get you connected, but he does a great job. Just starting up. But anyway, we're final here, 52-14. Pekin will improve to 3-0. Wapello will fall to 2-1 on the season. That should put Pekin at the top of the Class A District 5 standings. Depending on the outcome of Columbus's game, they could be up there as well. But nonetheless, Panthers getting ready to do their team chant to send the game on the way. And I'd say the only negative to tonight for the Panthers is the number of Pekin Panthers down there with leg wraps and braces and things on from injuries. Everything else went pretty positive. A couple mistakes that Coach Weber will certainly be working on in practice this year, or this upcoming couple of weeks. And I did get a chance to talk to, I'm not going to quote which coach, but one of the coaches on the Panthers staff, and he said they're going to kind of do it like a college bye week this week. They're still going to have practices, but it's going to be a little bit lighter, a little more focus on some things that they just can't quite get to during the regular grind of the season, and then take a little easier on the guys this week. But certainly by the end of the week, be starting to focus in on Van Buren County, their next known opponent. So. 52-7 or 52-14, another big win for Pekin, another continuous clock, and they improve to 3-0.
And again, Henry Adam, our Daisy Dew Landscaping player of the game. We thank Fairfield Precast Concrete for sponsoring our area scoreboard. And Lifetime Dental Solutions will sponsor our pictures collection, photo collection that'll be going up tomorrow on Facebook from tonight's game. So we do thank all of our sponsors. Let's just run through everybody right now. Copeland Auto Body, Nutrien Ag Solutions, and Hedrick Federation Bank. Cranston Family Funeral Home, Daisy Dew Landscaping, Oski Dental, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Pigtail Charlie's, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Barnwired Son-in-Law Services, Shetler Insurance Services, Gillum Construction and Properties, Helmuth Ford, Skunk River Radio, Fairfield Precast Concrete, Lifetime Dental Solutions, and Boehner Funeral Home. Again, as of right now, we'll have next week off. Maybe Josh and I can find something to bring to you next Friday, action-wise, from a football field somewhere. Otherwise, we'll be back here in a couple weeks for more Pekin football, right here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio.